guys, Sarah here. So I just wanted to quickly start off and apologize if I'm talking kind of low, but the roommates in my share house tend to go to bed pretty early, so I just want to be respectful. But welcome to my video series for my time in Niigata City, Japan. And so I wanted to start off by talking about a really embarrassing and anxiety situation that happened last night. So I take the train to and from my internship. That's more in the city. I'm staying in kind of a residential area, very residential area actually. And so my landlord is actually super nice and really helpful, and he speaks some English, and so he helped me by showing me how to get to the train station and to work. But he had not shown me how to get back necessarily, because we ended up taking a car back to the share house that specific time. So I didn't realize that the #1 rule is to always check the track that your train is going to be on, because I got off work last night and, you know, going home, just want to go to bed because I'm still kind of have jet lag going on, and I got on the wrong train. I knew as soon as the doors closed, and I felt it going in the opposite direction of where I needed to, and it's freaking out a little bit. But, you know, I've been on trains before in Japan. In the really, you know, much more touristy cities, they actually make announcements in both Japanese and English, so it's a lot easier. But it's not like that here. It's not like that here. And so, in my mind, I was like, okay, I'll get off at the next stop, I'll be able to go right back. But I made the mistake of going through the line and found out that I did not have the right change to buy another ticket. My bills were either too big or too small. And the stop that I ended up on was, again, a purely residential area, like where I was supposed to be. And so there were no shops around, nowhere where I could go break change or make change. So I was freaking out a little bit. Luckily, my landlord, he did write this long sheet for me of basically if I got lost, how to ask people to help me. Because my Japanese is not good enough to explain this kind of doofus situation. So, you know, I had this list of the different times for the trains, how to get from Niigata Station to Terao Station, and my only option was I saw a high schooler who was kind of off on the side, and he probably could tell I was a little frantic because I was just pacing back and forth between two different station entrances because I didn't know what to do. I didn't really have any options. I will have a local cell phone, but I don't have it set up quite yet, so I didn't really have anyone I could call. And so I did eventually go over to him because I saw him looking at me, so I thought, well, maybe he speaks a little English and could possibly help me. He spoke like no English, which I don't expect him to speak any English, of course, but sometimes you get lucky and it's exciting. But regardless of that, the entire experience of just getting home really showed me that despite language barrier, people are genuinely nice human beings who are willing to help. He tried to help guide me at first. It looked like he was waiting on either, I don't know if it was his girlfriend or just his female friend, but she got off the train that I had actually just come on, and so he asked her for help. So they were both spent, I mean, in total they probably took about 1.5 to 2 hours out of their night just to help me, because they started texting a friend and started to try to translate between the two of us. And what ended up happening is they took the train with me back to Niigata Station so that they could make sure I got to the right place. I tried to give them money because I felt so bad and I could hardly communicate with them, you know, make conversation or anything. I just kept saying, arigatou gozaimasu and gomenasai, gomenasai. And I did find out that their names were Hana and Ri. Ri or Ray. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. I think it might have been Ray, but it's spelled Ri. I don't know. Either way, they were the most amazing people ever. The only thing I could get them to accept was some food. The high school boy ended up taking some food from me. I was like, please just take something. And so they took me back to Niigata Station and then even waited for me to get on my train and stayed until it left and waved goodbye. They were just seemed so excited and I don't know, just happy to help, which is refreshing. It's a little harder out here. People, it's not that people are like mean or anything, it's just that they're a little more conservative. Well, I don't know if conservative is the right word. They're just shy and you really like, I don't see any other foreigners here. You just don't. So I'm a whole new breed and so they just keep to themselves, which I don't really mind. I do too. But I wasn't expecting such generosity and such just kindness from people of such a young age too. These two were maybe like 16 years old. I was just amazed. They were so sweet. We took pictures together in Japanese style, peace signs. And I wish I could have found them on Twitter or Facebook and thanked them for being so awesome. Even when I got on my train home, they asked a couple people who were standing next to me if they were going to the same station. And they weren't, but those same people ended up, before they got off of their stops, told me how many I had left for mine. And I was just so amazed that people were being nice and helping, and I probably looked like such a mess because I did get a little upset. It was just scary, you know? I'm in a whole new place and I'm a really bad navigator. Like, that is the #1 thing. I'm visual, and so if I don't recognize my surroundings, which I had never been to that station or that area, I have no idea what to do. But it ended up working out, and I know it's really cliche to say, but it, restored my faith in humanity a little bit, even across international waters and across language barriers. And so I think it's so silly, but I just had to share this experience because I think I'll remember it for a long time for being a pretty big doofus and getting on the wrong train. But, exciting thing, I got on the right train tonight and I made it home to make this video. So, that's it for now. I plan on doing some more episodes on just kind of daily life here because I know a lot of people want to kind of get, a first-hand look at Japan, especially, the really typical Japanese life. So, Tokyo and some other cities, it's so fast-paced and it's honestly actually very similar, not similar to other places, but it's very easy to survive there as a tourist and as a foreigner. It's different the further you go out, and I think it's an interesting thing for people to see. So, mata ne, see you later, and I'll be posting some more videos soon.